Hi, how is everyone? Yes. Getting good progress in the gym, loving it. So what I wanted to say was, welcome to my little new pad I set up. It's like a big armchair, having a afternoon little beer. That was free. Free beer these days. I mean, they're trying to inure me, people. They're trying to inure me. It was free. The guy just said, yeah, do you want this beer? It's a public holiday. I don't know. The machine, like the FPOS machine, wasn't working. I said I didn't have cash. And he said, well, I'll give you a free beer. Okay. It's like a Han Super Dry. I don't usually drink Super Dry. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, made this little pandanus thing. You know what I was thinking about the pandanus? You could cut these things, like the long ones there. And then I did not make that, but you could do that with it. Someone's been here and they've tried to make like half a bed or something up there. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so why I think Asmodeus is the one true God, their God, like the Christians and all that. Yeah, that's correct. I'm not talking about Muslims and Allah and no other religion, because pretty much, like Christianity is like the big one, right? The leader kind of thing. It's seemingly influenced a lot of people. I mean, maybe not by number. I don't know if Muslims have, outnumbered Christians throughout history or whatever. I mean, they're pretty much toe to toe. I get that. That's not the competition that I give a shit about in this video. I think, in the Western society where I've grown up, it's Christianity for sure, right? Barely anybody I knew when I was growing up was Muslim. I'm in Australia. Anyway, so that's my point. It's the main religion, and not just that, it's the overtones. What do I always talk about? Frequency control. It's the overtones in all societies of the Western culture or the Occidental culture. And what I find interesting is they're always praying, right? And Asmodeus, I've talked about, we'll come back to the praying part, praying as well with the E, not just the A. I was talking about the praying, to pray to God, but praying as well, because these are the people, that most of the gang stalking can be traced back to church cults, and they're, for some reason, satanic church cults, but they're still church. It's kind of weird, kind of fucking weird, because it's the antithesis to, that sort of white light monad, one true God, be friendly and nice and kind, sort of usual kind of old school Christian nature from when I grew up anyway. But if you look throughout history, they're not so kind. They'd be burning people's feet, burning people on the stake, etc. Torturing, dungeons, chained, no food, this, that and the other, right? Beatings. Yeah, Christianity has done genocide. So yeah, anyway. That's not my point. Here's my point. I like to crescendo my videos. Because Asmodeus is the ego devil, I always call it. But I took it from Binfeld's classification. He's like a 1500 or 1600s, like, what was he, like a priest or a bishop or something? And he made this thing, or he realized it, or it came through him, is how I'd say it, of, classification of demons. That's how I Googled it and found it. I wrote in demons and its classification of demons. On my channel, I've been mentioning it as the ego devils. I think it's more accurate. There's like a mental system, right? We have like a mind, an ego. It's said we have been given the predator's mind. And some people think they are it. And that's how this world works. They're psychopathic inherently, right? These monkeys, the anthropoids. and they're the leaders of this world. It ain't the ants, you know what I mean? We've got the concrescents, the monkeys. So what I find funny is that, you know, the list is of 7 devils, right? And Belphegor, Sloth, Leviathan, Jealousy, they're lower ones. What is there? There's Mammon, Greed, Lucifer is Pride. That's when you pride. When you wrath, it's Satan. You're empowering Satan, and Satan is coming through you. So that's how it works. That's how I see how it works. Yeah, I made that up. Tell me I'm wrong. It's obviously how it works. When you do it, you're empowering that ego mental devil, right? They exist somewhere in their own right. Whether we can explain their little existence in their nature realm, whatever it is, their little less than physical dense light universe, wherever they are, right? They exist in their own right. It's not just, you don't just say this is made up. That's stupid, like, to dismiss like this sort of stuff. There's many mental universes, right? Or realms, planes, etc., right? Anyway, so but my point is that the king is Asmodeus because it's lust. It's your lust. Notice everything in your life revolves around it. Everything. Even if you want to wrath or pride, you have to lust to wrath, lust to pride, lust to, I want to sit down and Belphegor sloth right now. I've been working out at the gym, so fuck you guys. And that's me being Satan, right? You see what I'm saying? And then I'll be I'm too proudful. I'm like, oh, look at me. I noticed I was being Satan. So there's no fucking escaping this shit. This is what we are here. I don't want to identify as this fucking monkeydom on planet Snakedos. But yeah, I am here in this body in their avatar. That's why I keep saying it like that. It's their system. I'm not taking ownership of this shit. I don't even care about fixing it anymore. And you shouldn't either, because that means you're identifying as it. And there's a slow downfall. It may be very, very slow. You can be as hippie, grounded, etc. as you like. But you're still in here in the system. In the ego, mental, mind, devil system. And unless you sit still and do nothing and be like, you know, the Buddhists say, even the Buddhists know this. They're like, desire, you know, the cause of all suffering is desire, said one of the Buddhas, or the main Buddha, Siddhartha or whatever, right? He said, and it's true. And what is that? Asmodeus is lust, and he's saying all suffering comes from desire. Desire and lust look about the same fucking thing. See what I'm saying? So my point is, all Christians, they sit there and pray. And what do? They're praying, P-R-A-Y. I'm not talking about the praying, P-R-E-Y, trying to control other people's minds, right? If you're trying to control other people's minds, that is the family of dark, your will over another. And look, what I'm trying to say is that it's very obvious, because when a Christian prays, they're always asking for stuff. Dear God, I want this, I want to do that, please let this happen. Do that for me, I want this, give me the strength, I want. Do this, do this, do this. That's all lust. Sorry to kill your world.